welcome to another weekly vlog. Hello there, it is Monday, it is 5:20. It is hot. It's been about 27 today, I think. There's just a little wind has just come up in the last hour or so. This is not interesting, Caroline. Nobody wants to know about the weather, they don't care. I find myself, as I get older, being increasingly obsessed by the weather. It's quite odd, isn't it? Now, first of all, I must say an absolutely heartfelt thank you to all of you who left such lovely comments on yesterday's vlog, which was the one where William graduated and we went away on our travels to Bath and Dorchester and my brother's 50th birthday. It is always... I find myself getting increasingly worried as my channel gets bigger by putting more of myself, my family, my personal stuff out there, and honestly the reaction was just so lovely. It really made me feel less reticent about doing that. Every single comment was positive. There wasn't a single nasty comment. It was all lovely. You all really enjoyed it. I can honestly say it was probably my favourite video I've ever filmed and edited. I have watched back the little section as we walked through the streets to the graduation, myself and Ashley and William and Georgie. I've watched that back so many times I can't tell you, and finding the right music to go over it and everything was just I will enjoy. I'm so happy William has that to look back at as well for the rest of his life, you know, there on the internet in perpetuity. So yeah, just thank you for your lovely positive response and all your, you know, so generous and kind comments about my family. It's really very much appreciated, and I'm so lucky and so blessed, to use a word that I don't particularly like, but I really am, to have such a lovely family and such a close family, and you know, sharing that is, as I say, something I don't always find particularly comfortable these days, but I'm so glad I did it because you were all so lovely, so thank you. Right, let's talk about this week. What's going on this week? Oh, somebody's sending me a message. Shall we see who it is? It's a message from a friend, an actual friend who I know in real life type of thing, telling me she's just watched my video of Will's graduation. I've known her for years and years, this girl, and we haven't seen each other for a long time, and we met up for a coffee. I used to work with her sister, and her other sister is married to someone who works for Ashley. Anyway, that was a lot of background you didn't need, but I was just saying she'd watched the video of Will's graduation and really enjoyed it. So that's nice. Where was I? This week, what is happening? I think this week might be the builders' last full week. Fingers crossed. They are really getting, there's a bit of grouting. Still haven't got the edges of the balcony up, but they are being started on, the holes are being done on Wednesday for the glass balcony. Edges, railings, whatever. I feel like railings is the wrong word because it's effectively just upright poles and glass, so railing feels a bit wrong, but I don't really know what else to call it. Any ideas? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, so that's being started on Thursday. They've got to grout the steps still. They've got to fill in the columns. Have I shown you the columns yet? Not sure I have. I don't think I have, but they're fab. I can't show you because you're sitting perched on it. I will just show you. Here is my new doorbell, which is due to go up shortly, as soon as the painting's done. Ashley's painting rather than the builder's painting. So once he's finished painting the outside downstairs, the new lights will go up, and it's all just coming together. It's all getting there. The grab lorry's got to come and take another load of rubbish. The skip's got to be replaced, I think. So I think there's more stuff that needs to go in than they can fit in. But yes, it's all getting there. It's all looking good. And in one way, I'm going to super miss the builders because we've become friends, you know, over the last 6 months or almost 6 months. But in another way, it will be nice, and I'm sure the neighbours will be delighted that the noise is... It's not been noisy every day, but as you know, just from watching my vlogs, there has been a lot of builder noise over the last 6 months, so I expect the neighbours will be relieved. I mean, we haven't got any, you know, neighbours right on top of us, so hopefully the noise from slightly further away where they are isn't too grim. Anyway, not a lot on this week. Well, Georgie, Will's girlfriend, has just gone back home today. She's been with us since we came back from our week away. She's gone home for a little while. Will's working. He's now working full-time remotely. Somebody asked me about his job recently. It's not really my stuff to share that, but he is working, and he's started work the day after graduation full-time, and he works remotely from his bedroom and sometimes the dining room and sometimes a coffee shop, wherever he likes them. And also he was working for them part-time previously, and he was working from Bangkok and Vietnam as well, so I suppose that's the joy of remote working, isn't it? You can do it from anywhere. It's 20 to 2 on Tuesday. Don't know what that is. It's a mad bit of hair. It's 20 to 2 on Tuesday, and very hot. Had a bit of a cooking hour. I've had so much leftover stuff in the fridge, and I wanted to make it into something. So Will came back from his best friend's house with some duck and hen eggs. So I've made a big, that's a we're gonna get steamed up. I am making, that is the smoked salmon savoury slice, which is from my Second Nature cookery book. I add the smoked salmon, made it before, very nice. It's like a crustless quiche type of thing. Then we had lots of raw vegetables and some cooked vegetables left over. So I've made a pot of vegetable soup with the addition of some leeks and cheese sauce left over from Sunday dinner. That's just cooking the raw vegetables, that's just bubbling away cooking those. And I've made some turkey fajita mix with fajita seasoning, this one, and some onion and some garlic salt in there. So, quite pleased with all that. Last night's dinner was pasta baked. There's one portion of that left, so that can go back in the fridge. That should be quite a lot of the cooking towards this week's dinners done, and lunches. Very hot. So, what's going on today? Really not very much at all. It's about 6:30, I think. No, it's not, it's 6:10. And I'm not gonna lie, I have succumbed to a post-work glass of wine. I'm going to have a shower. I'm going to sit on my bed. I'm going to drink my wine and watch some YouTube. I feel really brain dead. I've spent too long in front of the computer the last couple of days. I think I'm going to go on a little outing tomorrow morning, get myself out of the house. I spend a lot of time at home and I love being at home, but I often think it makes for very dull vlogging. But I feel like a change of 4 walls will do me good tomorrow, so I'm going to get myself out and about first thing. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to wait and see what the weather's looking like. Might go for a walk, might do some charity shopping, might go and have a lovely coffee, and I might do none of that. Who knows, I might do something else completely different. But yeah, we'll get out in the morning, I think. Right, I'm reading a good book at the moment as well, so perhaps I'll go out and find somewhere. If it's sunny and nice, I'll find somewhere nice to sit in the sunshine. But looking at this weather, it hasn't been cold, but it's certainly been cooler than yesterday, and it's very dull and dark and cloudy, so might not be quite the thing tomorrow for sitting outside, but we shall see. We'll go on an adventure anyway. So, time for makeup off and a shower, I think. Good morning, it's Wednesday. It is much the same as yesterday, only with added intermittent rain, which isn't very nice, which has meant that I didn't fancy going outside. Didn't want to go out when I got up this morning, so I haven't been. But I think Will and I are going out for a coffee in a little while when he breaks for lunch from work. Then we're going to go and get coffee and maybe a snack, something like that, just to get out of the house for a little while. Thought I'd start the day, not actually start the day, but start the vlog for the day with a little electricity saving tip. We all know that the cost of utilities has rocketed. We've talked about it once before actually on this channel and shared some tips. There was loads of useful stuff in the comments that time, so I thought it was worth revisiting it. So I'll go first. Here's my little tip, is if you have a washing machine where you are able to change the speed of the spin in your program, that is a good thing to do. So I always change that one to short so it reduces the time. But here's the spin speed, and if I change it from 1200 to 900, I've experimented with this. Let me turn it back off again, because I'm not actually washing anything at the moment. If I change it from 1200 to 900, that must save a lot of it. Not a huge, massive amount, but quite a bit of electricity. The spinning bit is the bit that uses the most electricity, isn't it? And I have found that even with towels, that is not holding very much water. It's not making any difference to the... If I was going to use the tumble dryer, which I'm not at this time of year, I'm going to hang the washing out, it dries just as quickly whether I spin it on 900 or 1200, and presumably uses quite a bit less electricity. That's quite difficult to say. Yeah, so I just thought that was worth mentioning. What have you been doing to save electricity? Share in the comments if you have any more, and gas of course. I've been using my air fryer a lot more than the oven, because you can do almost anything in an air fryer within reason. I've been using that a lot more because that saves money as well. Putting the oven on for something small is quite expensive, isn't it? So yeah, I've been experimenting with that as well. But yeah, share ideas in the comments. Honestly, the first time I do something interesting this week, vloggable, went out for lunch with William, forgot my camera, completely forgot my camera. It was only a very brief lunch because he was on timed lunch break from work, so, but it was very nice, very nice. We got out, had a nice chinwag, change of 4 walls. It's very, very muggy today. It's that sort of heavy, sticky heat. I love the heat, but it's the sort of weather where you feel like you need a good storm to clear it, and I don't think we're going to get one. Coming to my bedroom, it's about 1:30, 1:45, and my job for this afternoon is prompted by the arrival of new shoes. I'm going to sort out my shoe cupboard. I'm going to empty it all out. Don't think I've got loads to declutter, but I feel like there's definitely some that are probably needing to move on, and I've got some new ones to go in as well. So let me show you where I keep all my shoes. Walk this way. Oh. So this cupboard here is my shoe cupboard. And it doesn't feel like that long since I cleared it out, but it's probably a good 6 or 8 months, maybe a year even. All the section, I try and keep them sort of in sections, you know, winter, summer, sandals, flats, boots, and they've all sort of migrated into each other's sections, and I've also got some other boots elsewhere, and yeah, it just feels like I'm going to start by pulling it all out and going through each pair and deciding what I want to keep and what I want to move on. Right, I've started with sorting my boots. These are the boots that I'm keeping. I've also got 2 long pairs that are not here. In fact, 2 of these pairs are new from Vinted. They're brand new from Clark, or Clark's boots originally, brand new, unworn. I think I paid about £7 for those little Chelsea boots for this winter coming. And those are very lightly worn. Those are from Next. Just little ankle boots with a smallish heel. So yeah, those are what I'm keeping. I could do with a pair of brown ankle boots. I'm going to add that to my sort of shoe wish list for the winter. And these are all the ones I'm getting rid of. Those were a charity shop buy, which I really liked the look of and kept and have never worn. They've been in my cupboard 2 years and I've never worn them, so I'm going to sell those ones. These ones were from a shoe collab that I did with a brand, and I really like them, but I've never, I think I might have worn them once. I like them, they're comfortable, there's nothing wrong with them, but I just feel like I don't really have anything they go with, and I've never reached for them. So those ones are going to go as well. These are Uggs that I've had for years. I used to wear them to car boot sales on very cold winter mornings. Genuine Uggs, and I'm going to clean those up and get rid of them as well, because I just haven't worn them for ages. These were from that same shoe collab, and actually no, these were from a different collab that never happened with a brand. They're very plasticky, not my favourite. I think they're probably I don't know, I might try and sell them, or I might put them in the charity shop. They're brand new, they've literally never been worn, never even tried them on, I don't think. But I liked the idea of them, but they were a bit tackier in real life than I wanted them to be. So yeah, and then these ones, they're Evans, little ankle boots with a fur turnover. So soft, that fur. I really like them, but my toes hit the end. They're just slightly too small for me. So moving those ones on as well. Right, boots back in, and let's move on to the next section. Okay, next section. This is what I'm keeping. This is sort of heels and, yeah, wedges, high heels, evening shoes, that sort of thing. Let's go through what I'm not keeping. These ones are just too high now. They're lovely. I've hardly worn them, but they're just too high. Charity shop bag for those, I think. These ones were a charity shop buy, as you can see. I don't think I've ever worn those. I just haven't reached for them. I haven't got much that's red that would go with them, so I've never reached for them. These were a bad vintage buy. Don't like the look of my feet in them, and they're not particularly comfortable, so they can charity shop. These are the most uncomfortable pair of flat shoes ever invented by man, from Pavers. Do not ever buy shoes that look like this, they're uncomfortable. And these I love, and I've worn a lot. They're from Next originally, little sort of nudie pink sandals with, I love that stone detail on the front. But being short of stature, these big thick ankle straps do not do me any favours. They shorten my legs, so those ones are going as well. Finding that I've got more to get rid of than I thought, which is always quite a nice feeling, isn't it, getting rid of stuff. Final section. They're not even really in proper sections, but these are sort of flats and flip-flops. That's what I'm keeping, sorry. This is what I'm getting rid of. These Primark denim mules, lovely, but they don't fit me properly. Never worn them, can't get my feet into them. Note to self, stop buying shoes from Primark. I have actually been much better with it this year than I have been before. Havaianas, they're really faded now. I've had them for a long time. They can go to the charity shop. Somebody might like those. These are brand new, again from Primark. It's the topaz. These are really uncomfortable. They're hard, round rubber. I like the ones that have a flatter piece of rubber at the front there. And these ones are just really uncomfortable in between my toes, despite the fact I really like the tortoiseshell look. And these were a pair of super cheap, like £6.99 or something, eBay sandals. Again, the same thing with that chunky, high up the ankle strap. They're really comfortable, but they just do nothing for my legs because they come too high up the ankle. So those are being passed on, although I have worn those and loved them a lot over the last few years. I've added another pink pair of sandals there, which are really past their best. Super comfortable, but no longer looking very nice. So that is my pile of shoes to get rid of, which I'm pretty pleased with, really. That's quite good going, isn't it? Right, on to more exciting things. Let me show you some new shoes. just going to balance you on top of here. There we are, that works. Oh, so warm this afternoon. So Vivea asked if I would like to try some of their shoes, and I said, oh yes, that would be nice. That's how they come in these boxes. They are a stylish and sustainable shoe brand, and I think I'm right in saying all their shoes are machine washable. They're made from recycled materials, it says on there. Don't know if you can see that. So let me show you what they have sent me, or what I chose from their website. This is the first pair. It's just a flat cream ballet pump. I really liked this ribbon detail across the front. Oh, let's take these out. They're super flexible. They've got rubber soles. They've got a nice padded insole for comfort, because uncomfortable shoes. How is it that when you're 20, you don't care how comfortable your shoes are, but when you're 50, is it just being more sensible as you get older? I don't know, I really don't. But yeah, these are super soft. They're I'm pretty sure all their shoes are machine washable, as I say, and sustainable, and I just thought those were super pretty. The slightly pointed toe. I don't have any cream ballet pumps, so I got some black ballet pumps. These ones have a rounded toe, or a more rounded toe than the pink one. Pink? Cream. These ones have a slightly more rounded toe than the cream ones. And I thought they'd just be really nice for around the house in the winter, because they're so soft. They're almost slipper-like, although you, obviously with rubber sole you can wear them outside. But I thought they'd just be really nice for around a house shoe. A house shoe, if you like, that's a bit elevated from a slipper. But I mean, you can wear them outside, obviously, but I tend to like to wear actual shoes. Wearing actual shoes makes me feel more productive. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. And then the final pair I chose from their website are these, which I'm very much liking. Little mules in this gorgeous mustard colour. I can already see these in the winter. I've got a pair of trousers with a black and mustard check and a mustard sort of tunic top, and I think they're going to look really nice with that. They're just a little mule with a nice tie detail on the front there. I think they're lovely. If you're interested in trying Vivea's sustainable shoes, I will put the link to their website, and I also have a discount code for 15% off, so I'll pop all the info in the description box below. A couple of people have asked me recently how you access the description box below. For anybody who doesn't know, if you are watching on a computer, you click on the show more button, which is directly below this screen here, with my face on the right hand side. And if you're watching on a mobile device, an iPad or a phone, there is a little downward arrow, again directly below this screen on the right. If you click on the arrow, it should open up the information, and you'll be able to see all the links and all the things I talk about in the video. Right, I'm going to go and sort out that pile of shoes. Which ones are only fit for the bin? Which ones need... Oh, I need to show you the cupboard when I've finished it as well, but I'm sorting out the pile first. Bin, donate, sell. That's what I'm doing now. It's looking a lot better, a lot more organised, and there's space in it to fill up with lots of lovely shoes. Anyway, it's about 7:30. I popped out earlier to drop off a parcel at a not usual parcel shop. It's a bit further away. And I popped into Matalan on my way back, and I picked up this top. Not sure what I think about it. I quite like the length. Sorry, we might be in shot. It was in the half price sale. It was down to £14 to £7. And it's tiered at the front, but not at the back. And I feel like the sleeves are a little bit puffy. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I don't think it does an awful lot for me. Unsure. The elastic around the sleeves is really quite tight. I feel like it makes them ride up in quite an unattractive way. Good morning. It is Thursday. I had to think about that one. I am just about, it's about 8:30 I think, and I am just about, before it gets too warm, to film a try-on video. This very fun, let's start that again, put my teeth in. This very colourful pile of clothes is what I'm trying on today. You will have seen it already, I think, by the time that this goes up. Thought you might be interested to see the setup for a try-on video. I always do it in my bedroom. I always do it in front of this window because this, I get really good light coming in from there. And then this is what I see from my side. You obviously see me from this side. This is what I see. I have my mirror here, got my video camera on the tripod here, which I'm filming on at the moment, so obviously it's not there at the moment. And then a second tripod, sorry, with my phone on to do the stills photos. Try-on videos are the most popular, and they have been by far the most popular. Try-on videos have brought in a lot of my new viewers over the last few months. And so I'm doing a few more of them lately, but yeah, they're quite a lot of work in terms of not so much the preparing the clothes, because a lot of the clothes need steaming or ironing, choosing the clothes, that doesn't take 5 minutes, you know, that has to be thought about as well, setting up, trying everything on, styling it with various different shoes and planning what I'm going to put it on with and all that sort of thing. It's quite a lot of work in it. I enjoy them because my audience enjoys them so much, but from a labour intensive point of view, it's way easier to sit down and film just a chatty video for sure. Right, I need to dry my hair and get going with this try on. The morning is almost over. In fact, the morning is over. It's 10 to 1 and I am going to have a lunch break. I have, let me just see what I've managed to do. I've edited and uploaded my Patreon video, and I've listed all the stuff that I photographed. I've done an invoice for a brand that I did a sponsored segment for the other day, and I filmed my try-on video. I think I told you that earlier. Still got a few bits to do later on, but thought I'd show you 3 things. Something I've bought, something I took back to Matalan, and a little chat about death. That's an interesting concept, isn't it? I bought this set of napkin rings because look at how beautiful they are. They're from the White Company, and I bought a set of 11 of them from Vinted, which cost me £7.94 including postage and buyer's fee. I just think they are going to be gorgeous for like a Christmas, I mean any dinner party, or you know, having people round, just to make a table look lovely. I'm now of course going to have to buy some linen serviettes, napkins, because I haven't got any. But I couldn't resist those for a £5 plus the postage and stuff. I thought they were gorgeous. Don't know why it's a set of 11, that's an odd number. They must have lost one or something, but yeah, aren't they gorgeous? Very happy with those. I took that top back to Matalan this morning and was mildly irritated that if you buy something in the sale in Matalan, you might know this already, I paid cash for it rather than card. Not that that makes a difference. If I paid card, it would still be the same. But if you take it back for a refund, you get a Matalan card, even if you've paid cash for it or by card. I think that's not industry standard anymore. I think industry standard is that you get a refund for it. I mean, I'm sure it's perfectly legal, otherwise they wouldn't do it, but it left a bit of a bad taste in my mouth. I mean, it was £7.50. It makes literally no difference to me. You get a year to use it, and I am sure that there will be something that I want to purchase from Matalan within the year, you know, so it's no skin off my nose. It's just a mild irritant in that I'll have to remember to use the gift card next time I go in there and pay for something. But in these times of very difficult, high cost of living, high inflation, interest rate rises, for a lot of people, buying something and then taking it back for say, I mean, people with kids could be buying stuff for their kids in the sale because they need to save money, and then not being able to get a refund if it doesn't fit sits badly with me. People, you know, I feel like that is not good. So massive thumbs down to Matalan for that, in my opinion. Let me know what you think on that. Perhaps I'm being unreasonable, I don't know. But I feel like you kind of, whether you buy something in a discounted or not, you expect to be able to get a refund. That's just my thoughts on that. Third thought of the day is that as I said, about death. Not particularly a depressing thought about death, but I read a while ago that when you die twice. You don't just die once, and the first time you die is when you physically die and you are no longer in this world, in your body. That's the first time you die, and then the second time you die is the last time that somebody thinks of you or speaks your name in this. Sorry, there's a fly in front of me. The last time somebody thinks of you or speaks your name, and that not played on my mind, that's the wrong thing to say, but it's something that I've remembered and thought over and chewed over in my mind many times. And I think it's really true, isn't it, that people who pass away, keeping their memory alive while we can is quite an important thing to do. And the reason that this, sorry, it's a really irritating little fly. The reason that this sprung to mind this morning is that a song came on the radio when I was driving into town, Love Shack by the B-52s, and it immediately made me think of my friend Tracy, who I used to, when I worked on cruise ships back in my early 20s. Tracy was a friend of mine who worked on the cruise ship, or a friend I made who worked. I worked quite closely with her in the office on the ship, and she loved that song, Tracy. She absolutely loved that song, and I've got this picture of her dancing in the ship's disco. Does anybody use the word disco anymore? It's called the Island Room on the Canberra. We were working on the Canberra together back in 1990 this would have been. And every time the opening bars of this song, which was popular at the time, came on, she would run to the dance floor. We had to wear our uniforms in the evenings, wear these long full-length black skirts and very formal white shirts with black ties, and she would hoik her skirt up and run to the dance floor and dance to this song, and she just loved it. And I'll insert a picture of her if I can find one at this point. She had such a zest for life, Tracy, and very sadly Tracy died of motor neurone disease in Christmas Eve 2017. Yeah, 2017. It's known as ALS if you're in America, motor neurone disease. And she left behind a husband, and I can't remember how old her twins were. They were 10 or 12, something like that. So it was devastatingly sad. But whenever I hear that song, it triggers a memory of Tracy, and I like to think of her, and as I say, I think of her in just such a joyous moment. And she's got an RIP Facebook, or she had a Facebook page, and it's a remembering one now. And I went and wrote on it this morning that I'd thought of her, and just sort of shared the memory that I'd had and said, I hope you're still dancing and smiling up there. Yeah, so there was just that thought, really. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about remembering people and keeping their memories alive while we can. I think it's really important to do that. It's about 4:45, and the final item for my summer display arrived today. I realised I haven't changed my display, my little table display, seasonal table display. I haven't updated it since the Jubilee, and I'm aware we're already into August, but you know, these things take time, don't they? I was waiting for things to arrive that I'd ordered, but I'm very pleased with it. This is what it looks like. I realise you're looking into the light, so that's not ideal. Got my little tree here, and I've got bees and daisies hanging from it, which I think looks really nice. And then I've got a garland, a sunflower garland that just came from Amazon. It's meant to be a hanging one, but I cut off the hanging bit and just put it in here. I've got moss that I already had that came from Hobbycraft. Got a couple of beachy sounding candles, Padstow and Sandbanks, that I bought when we went to, where did we go? Padstow in January. And this side is the final bit that arrived today. It's like a wooden brick, and it says Sweet Summertime on it. And I'm really pleased with how the whole thing looks. I think it's very nice and bright and summery. It's honestly given me loads of pleasure doing this every season this year, and I'm going to carry on doing it. I think get a few new bits each season, or reuse ones that I've already got as I build up a collection, and yeah, it just makes me happy making this. I will pop a link in the description box for all the items that I've just shown you in that segment. Morning, it's Friday. It's not morning, it's 10 past 12, is it already? It's a really nice summer's day today. It's warm, but not too warm. There's cotton wool clouds in the sky. It's a really nice shade of blue. There's a little bit of breeze. Perfect English summer's day, or British summer's day, I should say. I've got possibly the world's most boring home bargains haul, which I thought I'd share with you. Cotton wool, 99p, that's on a par with Primark's prices. It's 50p for a single one there. So, 2 of those. I treated myself to a new hair turban, these microfiber, made with bamboo apparently. But it's like a microfiber hair turban that you put on your hair when it's wet. Super soft. Yeah, I've used one of these for years, and I've got 2. A black one and a white one, and I noticed the white one was looking a little bit yellowy, so I've treated myself to a new white one. Very useful. I like them a lot. It's the type of thing that when you get what you don't, I used to wrap my hair up in a towel to dry it before I had one of these, and the towel falls off. It buttons up, it twists and buttons up at the back, and it's just so good, and it's the type of thing that you never really know how you manage without it once you've got one, type of thing, you know what I mean. Some hair dye. Somebody was asking me what hair dye I used the other day in the comments. I have my hair done twice a year, full head of highlights at the hairdressers, and then in between I dye it myself because the hairdresser is so damn expensive. And at the beginning of this year, I think I seem to remember saying, oh, I think I'm just going to get my hair done at the hairdressers now. I'm not going to bother dyeing it myself in between. Sorry, I'm looking at my wall because I've just noticed I've got a splodge of foundation on the wallpaper. God knows how that's happened. Sorry, very distracted today. And then they put the prices up in the hairdressers again for the 3rd time in a year, I think, or felt like it. And it's just so expensive. So I decided to go back to what I was doing before. But I'm not brand loyal when it comes to hair dye. I buy whatever brand, and the colour I've got here is ultra light natural blonde. I tend to go for a natural blonde now rather than ash blonde, just because I think as I age it's a little bit warmer. I don't want to be too cool blonde as I age. I feel like it's more complimentary to use a warmer blonde, so that's the colour I've got in there. Got some bin bags. I told you this was not exciting. I got the best eye makeup remover in the whole wide world. If you've been with me any time at all, you will know that I have used this for years. Wonder if I should make a video of products that I've repurchased at least 10 times, something like that. Product, sort of ride or die products, you know, the ones that you just couldn't live without. This would be one of them, spoiler alert. Wonder if that would be interesting, although you probably know them all guess it might be a good idea to put them all in one place. Let me know if that's something you're interested in. Just happened to notice these at the till. This is one of those little fold-away bags. I used to get them in Primark. I haven't seen them in Primark for absolutely ages, but they're so useful. I always keep some in my handbag. In fact, this is one of my old Primark ones that I use and use. It needs to go through the washing machine, actually. It's a bit grubby, but there we are. And I got some of these baked rolls for the freezer, the ones that you pop into the oven. I'm going to experiment with doing these in the air fryer. I can't see any reason that you couldn't, so I'll let you know how I get on with that. What else? 2 packets of ibuprofen just to stock up, and some omeprazole, again, just to stock up because we're running out. That is it. I told you it was boring, didn't I? Little product update while I think about it. Yesterday I was wearing this eyeliner, which came from my Beauty Bay mystery box. If you remember, I was wearing this one, which was the very dark blue colour. I think it's called Midnight. I can't see it. It came in a pack of 4 eyeliners. It's the first one I don't know why I'm showing you the others, as if you don't know what a bloody eyeliner looks like. I like this, it's very nice. I enjoyed it, it stayed on really well all day. I set it with a bit of dark blue powder eyeshadow. I wore it on my upper lash line and my lower lash line. And I liked it, so yeah, pleased with that, because I wasn't sure whether I would like it or not. Right, I'm going to go and put all this lot away and catch up on yesterday's episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills while I have some lunch. It's 7:20 on Friday evening, and I've just realised I never finished off the vlog today. Or this week. This week, today? I don't know. It's been quite a full-on day. Not with anything major, just little bits and pieces. Feel like I haven't stopped all day really, but not achieved an awful lot. But sometimes days are like that, aren't they? Oh, I'm feeling tired as well. Looking forward to quite a quiet weekend. Sorry, not very good for the light, is it? Will's off to Georgie's tonight for the weekend, and they're off to, she lives in Dorset, and then they're off to Bath tomorrow. She's moving out of her current student flat and into another one. So that's what they're doing this weekend. And we've got friends coming over for a barbecue tomorrow night. Builders are going to be here tomorrow, cleaning up and sorting. There's still quite a few little bits of things to finish off, but we're getting there, Other than that, no plans for the weekend. I think trying to have a fairly lazy one. I've got a video to edit tomorrow, although technically I could leave that till next week. I'll see how I feel. And planning to do some reading and enjoy the sunshine. Right, that's it from me this week. Next week I've got a day out on Monday with Kirsten in Exeter, and then Thursday afternoon Will and I are off up to Bournemouth for a couple of days, see my mum and my dad, and yeah, that's the plan for next week. Thanks for watching. I hope everybody's having a lovely weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.